A lot of you guys already know from previous videos what I think about Kaitlin Bennett and Liberty Hangout and Alex Jones and InfoWars and all that. I think it's adding to the confusion. It's unnecessarily causing division because it's the fostering and the fanning into flames of the left versus right paradigm lie. But I'm subscribed to Kaitlin Bennett. I actually enjoy some of her stuff, okay? Because I think in the midst of doing what she does, I think there's a lot of valuable insight that can be gleaned from that and from a myriad of things like that. When people go to man on the street and ask these questions that other people would not necessarily think to ask, there are things that come out that are valuable for us to learn about our fellow human beings. And there are ideologies that people hold and beliefs that people have that are unearthed when the man on the street with a microphone says, hey, how many amendments are in the Bill of Rights? Or what do you think about Joe Biden? Or what do you think about Trump for president? I mean, you can glean a lot of information on that, okay? So being subscribed to Liberty Hangout's channel, I got one of those community message alerts through YouTube, and she said that she's being messed with by Media Matters, and Media Matters is trying to take her channel down. So I tried to figure out what's going on, typed in Google or DuckDuckGo, Media Matters / Liberty Hangout Kaitlin Bennett, and of course the first thing that came to the top, Media Matters is going after her. They're going after any extension of Alex Jones. And of course, you know that Kaitlin Bennett, at the beginning of most of her, if not all of her videos, it's, you know, InfoWars, the most hated media something on the planet, or whatever it is. But here's the deal. Media Matters is going after Liberty Hangout, just like they went after Alex Jones, and they're going at, last week they went after Black Pigeon Speaks. And a whole bunch of people are getting their channels taken down. A whole lot of people are getting demonetized. There are a lot of people out there whose livelihoods depend on a channel that they built. And if you guys think it's easy to build a channel, you're absolutely 100% wrong. Building a channel is like building a business, and you take this business serious. And a lot of people go, oh, you're saying your channel's like a business. It is. And you take your business seriously, and you take what you do seriously. And a lot of the people I'm in contact with through YouTube are truth channels. They just want to get the truth out. You know, there's a lot of people, and including me, I could be wrong on some things, and I'm correctable. But here's the thing you don't want to do. You don't want to eliminate the voices. And the reason you don't want to eliminate voices is because it's inconsistent with the virtues and the morality of free speech. If I want to silence you, for example, or if I want to silence Frank or Betty or Susie or Bill, then I need to be consistent. And I need to be ready and willing to be silenced by Frank or Joe or Billy or Sue. They're going to want to censor me. They might want to shut me up. And if they want to shut me up, then who am I to say, hey, you can't shut me up? Because, you know, in the past, I wanted to shut you up. Censorship is cancer. It's malignant. We've talked about this before. It doesn't stay stationary. It's dynamic. It continues to grow. It is like brain cancer. It's like lung cancer. It's like any kind of cancer you would have in your body. There's a malignancy to it. It just continues to grow and feed off the host. So if you want censorship, you want people to be controlled. And you're basically saying, I want people to be controlled today. And even though people don't think about this, they're saying, I'm willing to have other people control me in the future. I am willing, think about that. I am willing to have somebody else rule over me and tell me to shut up. They don't like my ideas. So I'll go ahead and sit in the back seat voluntarily because they tell me to shut up. No. That's not freedom. And that's not the world any of us should want to live in. It's not moral. It's not virtuous. It's not just. It's evil. It's evil. And you might want to say, well, I want censorship because I want to protect people. I want to protect the Sandy Hook kids. I want to protect the firefighters who fought on 9/11. I want to protect the government. I want to protect our way of life. If you want to protect our way of life, then protect freedom of speech. Protect freedom of speech. Censorship reflects a society's lack of confidence in itself. Think about that. Censorship reflects a society's lack of confidence in itself. If you and societies are made up of individuals, so if these individuals who feel so empowered by this group identity or identity politics, if individuals are saying, I want you to be controlled because I don't have confidence in my own argument. I don't have a good enough argument. I fear truth. I fear scrutiny. Guess what? Truth fears no scrutiny. And those who are on the side of truth hate censorship, all forms of censorship. And as much as I hate the left versus right paradigm lie, you do not see people on the right calling for the censorship of Media Matters. Media Matters is a cancer. But what the right is basically saying is, hey, I can deal with that. I can deal with their ideologies and the marketplace of ideas. I can handle that. I can wrestle with that. I can struggle with it. You know, maybe they'll challenge me. Maybe I'll challenge them. But the point is, you don't want to drive something underground. You don't want to censor it. You're not looking to control anybody. Censorship reflects a society's lack of confidence in itself, period. It's the hallmark of authoritarianism. You want an authoritarian society where they tell you what books you can read and what books you can't read? This is literally digital book burning. YouTube, you need to listen up. Do not delete Liberty Hangout. Do not delete Kaitlin Bennett. Do not delete Mini Millennial. Do not delete Paul Joseph Watson. I'm not in the corner of any of these guys. I've spoken out against them. The left versus right paradigm lie is cancerous, but you know what? Truth fears no scrutiny. Let's go to blows. Let's enter the ring. Let's throw our ideas out there. Let's listen to the ideologies they're trying to come up against ours. Truth fears no scrutiny. And by the way, when you start burning books today, historically speaking, just look at history. You'll start burning bodies tomorrow. You want to silence those voices, but then those voices won't be silenced? You know, you're actually initiating unjust force and violence on somebody who hasn't done anything, who hasn't done you any harm when you ask for censorship, when you ask for control. So I'm pleading with YouTube, and I ask you to please share this video with everybody you know, because we need to stand in solidarity against the cancer of censorship. If we don't, guys, bodies are going to start burning. Because what if Alex Jones doesn't shut up? Then what? What if he finds a path, and he is finding a path to stay out there? He's probably just as popular, if not more popular now than he was taken down in August of 2018. See, it should disturb every single one of you that the funding source of Media Matters, one of the funding sources anyway, is George Soros. You don't think George Soros has an agenda to try to get Liberty Hangout and Kaitlin Bennett and Paul Joseph Watson, Millie Millennial, and Alex Jones off the airways? You can call him COINTELPRO or whatever you want, but I still don't want censorship. Do you? Because if you do, then you want it for yourself and not just for them. Be consistent. You want censorship or not? Do you want freedom or not? Because censorship is the opposite of freedom. And freedom is the antithesis of censorship. If you have censorship, you do not have freedom. If everybody doesn't have a right to put out their voice in the marketplace of ideas whenever they want, then you do not have freedom. And you better be ready to not be allowed to do that either. When you tear out a man's tongue, you're not proving him a liar. You're actually telling the world that you fear what he might say. You fear Alex Jones. You fear Kaitlin Bennett. You don't think you have a good argument. You don't have confidence in yourself. Your willingness to be censoring other people and controlling other people is because you don't have confidence in your own argument. You don't have confidence in your own ideology. You're not willing to measure yourself against the standard of justice and truth and freedom of speech. If you're calling for censorship, Media Matters, and you are against freedom of speech. You're against it. You're not for it. So this is my plea to keep Kaitlin Bennett's YouTube channel on air, and let's just deal with dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. Leave your thoughts, guys. Seriously, get involved in this conversation. Leave your thoughts about this. I'm going to tweet out maybe at Media Matters. I don't even know if they have a Twitter handle or not, but at Team YouTube, at Keemstar, at Philip DeFranco, at Media, at Liberty Hangout. I want to keep Kaitlin Bennett and Liberty Hangout and Millie Millennial and Paul Joseph Watson and Alex Jones on the air. Listen, it's not a cliche to say, and they came for Alex Jones, but I didn't like Alex Jones, so I didn't say anything. They came for the communists, and I wasn't a communist, so I didn't say anything. They came for the black people, and I wasn't a black person, so I didn't say anything. And then they came for me, and there was nobody left to speak up for little old me. Why? Because complacency and apathy ended up destroying you yourself as you were trying to keep everybody safe with fresh rounds of censorship. So guys, please share this video. Let's get together. Kaitlin Bennett, as much as I'm against your left versus right paradigm stuff, let's do it. Let's do a podcast, or let's do something to stand up for freedom. Let's get Alex Jones back on YouTube, back on Facebook, back on Twitter. Everybody sign up to my Gab channel. My Gab is the answer to Twitter. Go to BitChute. Please sign up to my BitChute channel. It's BitChute High Impact Flicks. All these links will be in the description below. My Twitter account, my Instagram TV. I'm going to be uploading different content on each and every one of these. It's going to be content that you wouldn't necessarily see here. It's going to be additional content. But especially sign up to my BitChute channel, and definitely sign up to my newsletter through my highimpactflix.com website. I guess that's it, guys. I don't want to ramble too much, but this is so important, guys. This is tantamount to a doctor coming into the room and saying, I'm sorry to tell you, but you have cancer and you only have 2 weeks to live. Censorship, cancer doesn't stop and censorship doesn't stop. If you think censorship's going to stop with Alex Jones, you think censorship's going to stop with Steven Crowder, you think censorship's going to stop with Owen Benjamin, or No More News, or RTR Truth Media, or American Joe Show, you think all this ratcheting down and shadow banning and demonetizing and deplatforming and depersoning is going to stop with them? You got another thing coming, man. And censorship is not even the half of it. Joe Biggs was depersoned by, I think, some bank like Citibank, or, he lost his account, lost the ability to use PayPal, Patreon. You can, these are financial sanctions. And when I start using sanctions from now on, I'm going to start using the modifier before the word sanctions. And that modifier, that adjective, is lethal. Lethal sanctions. You start putting sanctions on people, there's a lethality in that. Take away somebody's livelihood and they can't provide for themselves or their family. We're talking about the basic necessities like food, clothing, shelter. You're messing people's lives up because you're afraid of what they might say, and you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. And oh my gosh, we can deal with lies. Hell, look, we're dealing with mainstream media. They lie 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in every single one of their news cycles. They're the ones that are leading us off to war. Hey, YouTube, if you're really against violence, if you're really against harassment, if you're really against hate speech, then you need to start deleting CNN. You want to be consistent? Delete CNN. Warmongering hogs. Delete Rachel Maddow, MSLSD. Coming alongside John Bolton and saying the war hawk is, this poor guy John Bolton didn't get what he wanted with the Iran thing. We need to teach Iran a lesson. Yeah, we need to throw a couple $1 trillion at it and throw some of our military forces at it so that we can soon throw caskets at it and bring them back in flag draped coffins, Rachel Maddow. Will that make you feel better? Huh? That's bullying and harassing to me. That's hate speech to me, because it's ending up with dead bodies. And that's mainstream media. That's MSLSD. The Communist News Network, the Counterfeit News Network, always broadcasting crap, ABC, CBS. And what is Vox News anyway? It's NBC Universal, it's Comcast. Vox, a YouTube channel, is actually mainstream media who's trying to snuff out independent media. All right, guys, I'm rambling. But guys, Stay alongside of Kaitlin Bennett and Liberty Hangout. Send her this video. Give her a tweet. Let's try to get together. Let's try to make some noise. Get Steven Crowder involved. Get Styx Hexenhammer involved. Get Paul Joseph Watson involved. We need Sargon of Akkad, Computing Forever, Belly and the Blonde of the Beast. Belly and the Blonde of the Beast. What is it? I don't know. I can't remember. Beast in the belly. I don't know. Blonde in the Belly of the Beast. That's what it is. All these YouTube channels that are, you know, kind of the movers and the shakers. RTR Truth Media, No More News. Let's stand together with these people. American Joe Show. You know, you don't have to agree with all these people, but one thing I think we stand for is censorship. God, doesn't that tell you something when we don't even want Media Matters to be censored? We don't even want George Soros to be censored. We just want justice to be done and truth to roam free in the land of the free. We want this to be the land of the free, the dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. I love each and every one of you guys. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel here, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon. Make sure that all your notifications are activated. Go to my main channel, High Impact Flicks. I'm hemorrhaging subscribers over there for some reason. I have a 570-something thousand subscriber channel that's only getting like 9,000 views a day. It's ridiculous. So head on over there and... So if you want to support the channel, my Patreon, PayPal, and Bitcoin links are below. Also, Subscribe Star. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.